Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me.
The casuals don't see the weight difference. They see Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. Yeah. And if Gervonta Davis doesn't fuck up Jake Paul, they're going to think Jake Paul is some pound-for-pound champion type of fighter.
Jake too big for Tank, you know? In reality, he's way too big for Tank.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis erupted after hearing Floyd Mayweather predict an early knockout win for Jake Paul. The long-standing tension between Davis and his former mentor has finally boiled over, with Mayweather's latest remarks acting as the spark. Insiders reveal that Davis felt deeply disrespected by Floyd's public praise of Paul, a YouTuber-turned-boxer still fighting for credibility in the sport. What began as a casual prediction quickly escalated into a fiery feud, as Davis unleashed a string of sharp responses online, accusing Mayweather of betraying boxing's integrity and chasing clout instead of legacy.
Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Him. Everybody including Will, I mean, Will.
You're a proud father.
From the moment the fight was announced, discussion around the size disparity has taken center stage. Veteran champion Terence Crawford made his stance clear, stating bluntly that Jake Paul is simply too big for Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Crawford acknowledged Davis's explosive power, elite skill, and championship pedigree, but emphasized that Paul's physical advantages fundamentally alter the equation. He even cautioned that if Jake manages to land one clean shot, it could be over right there.
I wanted to get your take on the Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. They just announced the fight. What's your instant reaction to that?
I don't have no reaction, you know? I don't know what's going to happen with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder. If it's scripted, then it's gonna be good for the fans to watch.
What do you mean by scripted? Like rigged?
Yeah, like scripted. Like
but none of those guys want a fucking L, right?
I think it's not a real fight. I think it's because it can't be a real fight because they ain't in the same weight. So it'd be more like an exhibition.
I think it is an exhibition, but do you think they're like, but not one person saying like, yo, I'm gonna throw the math. You think?
I don't think.
Or you never know.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go in there and spar. I don't think it's gonna be you trying to kill me or I'm trying to kill you. You know, I think it's let's go in here and make this money.
Former MMA champion Daniel Cormier echoed similar concerns from a combat sports perspective. On his channel, Cormier repeatedly questioned the fairness of matching Davis against Paul, pointing to the significant weight gap. He stated, "The problem is that Jake is much bigger. It's hard to look at this fight and think it's fair." From his viewpoint, the traditional boxing framework, where fighters compete within weight classes to ensure roughly even physical dimensions, has been bypassed, creating a scenario where the more skilled boxer could still be at a severe disadvantage.
Boxing gets ridiculous. Gervonta Davis is fighting Jake Paul. Yesterday they had their first press conference. One of the most recognizable things is Jake Paul is huge compared to Gervonta Davis. And two, Gervonta Davis don't even know what weight they fighting, D.
Maximum weight of 195 pounds for this exhibition. The fight will be contested over 10 3-minute rounds. The fight is 195 pounds, Tank, as you know.
Adding fuel to the perception of a mismatch, Cormier and others have repeatedly highlighted the massive weight disparity. Reports note that Davis last fought around 136 pounds, while Paul has tipped the scales near 200 pounds in recent bouts. Cormier acknowledged that Paul has successfully carved out his own path in boxing, but he questioned the credibility of sanctioning bodies allowing such a stark mismatch, asking, how can you take those organizations seriously when they sanction this? This perspective reinforces the notion that Paul's size advantage isn't merely helpful, it could be dangerously overwhelming.
Yo, so Jake Paul is fighting Gervonta Davis. I'm serious. It's real. 199 in Paul's last fight, 133.8 for Davis in his last fight. I discussed that and so much more. 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific at my YouTube channel. The link will be in my bio. But hey, I thought he was going to fight Anthony Joshua. How do you end up from Anthony Joshua to Tank Davis?
I discussed.
Gervonta Davis recently responded to the backlash he's been receiving by highlighting a familiar pattern in sports stardom. He explained that when someone dominates the spotlight for too long, audiences often look for a new figure to replace them, citing Floyd Mayweather as an example. People saw him too much, and once they did, the admiration turned into hate, Davis noted. He stressed that he's experiencing the same dynamic in his own career, as public attention has gradually shifted from praise to scrutiny and criticism.
Gervonta, a lot of boxing fans aren't happy with the fact you've taken this fight rather than the road rematch, fights with the likes of Shakur, Devin Haney, Teofimo, etc. What do you make of that reaction? Can we still expect to see those fights?
Why should I care? What they think? When y'all switch somebody can have a bad day and y'all switching on who y'all favorite fighter is or who this person's supposed to fight. Like y'all need to sit back and be fans and just enjoy the sport. Like y'all even talk about people's personal lives. Like why when it come to that?
Can we still expect to see any of those fights in the future?
And y'all keep talking about fighting somebody. Didn't he just have a fight? And what happened? What happened? He won, right? But how you look in it? Exactly. But y'all say some different shit when it's me, right? Cause y'all want me to lose. When y'all see people in that limelight too long, they want to take that you want somebody else to come take that spot. That's why it's always like, come on, bro. Like, that's what happened with Floyd. That y'all seen him too much, and once y'all seen him so much, y'all start hating on it. Like, it's turned from love to hate.
Davis has shared in multiple interviews that his ultimate dream fight would be against his former mentor, Floyd Mayweather, not out of hostility, but as a way to demonstrate how far he's come since leaving Mayweather Promotions. He explained that stepping into the ring with Floyd would serve as a test of legacy and pride. This perspective adds another dimension to his bout with Jake Paul, which many view as Tank's opportunity to step out of Floyd's shadow and stake his claim as boxing's next major star. Just as Mayweather once commanded the spotlight and faced growing public scrutiny, Davis now feels that same pressure, believing that a victory over Paul could mark the start of his own defining Mayweather moment.
What's your dream fight card?
Dream fight card?
Anybody.
So there's a couple fights on that. Me versus Floyd.
Okay.
Alright.
We'll leave it at that.
A new deal, 7-fight deal, which is music to the ears of many boxing fans. Get to see you in action for several more years. What type of names are we talking about on those 7 names?
Whoever you name, they could be in it.
If I name some fighters, can you say yes or no?
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Isaac Cruz.
Yeah, but there's 2 people I already beat already, but yeah.
Errol Spence.
Outside the ring.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, September. November.
Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
Out of all of those guys, who do you think is the most difficult opponent for you?
Floyd Mayweather.
Davis has boldly asserted that his skills now eclipse those of his former mentor, Floyd Mayweather. Tank believes that his mix of power, timing, and ring IQ makes him a more complete fighter than Floyd was at the same stage in his career. He frequently points out that, while Mayweather was a defensive master, Davis combines elite defense with explosive offense, a balance he says Floyd rarely demonstrated.
Skill for skill, none of these guys can mess with me. Like, nobody. I feel like my skills is way better than, like, Floyd. Like, if I'm on my game. Yeah, I take it. Right hand in hand. But skill-wise, nobody on TV that's fighting right now have more skills than me. Nobody.
Floyd Mayweather, widely regarded as one of boxing's greatest and most accomplished champions, took Gervonta Davis under his wing when Davis was still a teenager. Recognizing his raw talent, Mayweather sought to shape him into a future world champion. Their early relationship was marked by mutual respect and admiration. Mayweather frequently praised Davis' skills, while Davis openly expressed gratitude for the mentorship, guidance, and opportunities Mayweather provided.
Floyd, let me ask you something about the business of all this. I asked you why you wanted to promote Tank when you first saw him, Gervonta Davis. Why do you think he's been able to connect with a crowd? Because He draws real crowds when he fights. That's hard to do in boxing. He gets announced at Ravens games, and he gets a big ovation, right? And now he's already fighting on pay-per-view. What is it about Tank that is connected commercially with an audience?
Or people like him. That Main Street, he got a boyish look. I mean, he's very marketable. As far as when you look at him, he's marketable. But when the bell rings, he's a killer, and that's what people want to see. That's no different from when I was fighting at super featherweight. When I was fighting at junior lightweight, the boyish look. And when I get in there, I wreck shop.
I was like, okay, I'm ready now. So they can't pick me up. Then he took me to the dealership. So he let me test drive this. And he also let me test drive a Charger. The Charger was too fast, and he was like, everybody at the gym had them.
That's true, they do.
Yeah, he was like, we want to get you something different. So.
But you're from Baltimore. You need a Jeep on the streets of Baltimore. I've watched the news.
Yeah.
What did they say back home when everybody saw the story that Floyd Mayweather bought you a very expensive car?
Not only that he bought me an expensive car, he took me in.
Took you interest in you and your career, yeah?
Yeah, as a fighter, also as, Floyd old enough to be my son, so I wouldn't say a big brother, so like a father figure and stuff like that. He took me in. He been treating me good since I knew him. He been not only in the boxing, like working with me on boxing, he showed me like the business side and all that type stuff. And he showed me a lot, and I appreciate him, and I love him forever for that.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. Furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. He basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you." And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. That's what I was told at the time. So
Set you off, and she was like, "I gotta do that."
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He sat.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
Floyd don't never. He feel as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of it.
He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing.
This is exclusive. That's exclusive. Look at Floyd.